Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Dorian here with number 2 of the laning phase. This time I'm going to do a game as Jaximus, or Jax, whatever you want to call. Um, this time I'm going to be using a really short game first, and then we're going to use another game, like about 10-15 minutes of the next one, and then that's just going to be the laning phase. This, I really like this version. Sorry, I just missed that guy die completely. We'll do this at kind of 3 speed here. The first game, you'll see me here laning against an Aurelia top. Um, I decided to go armor and 3 pots against Aurelia just because I know that she's going to have a hard time getting out of lane. So I figured I want to have just as hard of a time for her to get me out of lane. So this game I decided I was going to go with this. You could go with the Dorian's Blade if you want and just keep getting a couple of those. Or you can just go with boots and 3 potions as well too. Uh, Big thanks to everybody that watched the other one of the commentary series. Thanks for all the likes. I got way more than I got ever, so keep it up, guys, on this series as well too. Thanks a lot. Um, as far as skills go, I always level up my E or my W first. It really depends on who I'm laning against. If you're laning against a melee champion, you know that you're definitely going to want to get the E. But if you're laning against someone where you're going to have a harder time last hitting against, you probably want to get the W. As far as every other level after that, I get one of each by the time I'm level 3. So I'll have one of every move, so I can jump on people and stun them and do everything I need to do as Jax to basically hold my lane and be OP. Um, this game again starts off pretty shitty for my team as far as they're concerned. It's 2-2 right now. But you know, it's not the end of the world. Don't even look at that kind of stuff, especially when you're playing top heroes. Really, just because when you're playing a top hero, you're always pretty much going for late game, more or less. So we'll just speed up through this town stuff. Nobody wants to see that shit. I go and I buy a ward, and then I buy a Doran's blade and my boots. I could have just got 2 Doran's blades, I think, but instead I just went with the boots, and that really helped out a lot there. I got 2 stuns off on her, so I guess I made the right choice. And that really just goes to show like the OP-ness of Jax, because an Aurelia isn't gonna sit there and let her beat the shit out of you ever, really. And this is just my mistake here. I put the ward down, and then I saw her coming, and then I still didn't back up. I guess I didn't see her coming. I wouldn't have stayed if I saw her coming, but it was just definitely a mistake on my part. I come back, pretty much just rape on this chick again. With last hitting, it's not very hard. I'm not too sure if you know, with Jax, on the 3rd attack, he'll do a little bit of bonus damage. So, if you want to use that for your last hitting, or even if you want to hit a creep twice and then jump to a bad guy. And this Annie, she just really wanted to kill me, so I just popped my ult and run away. Really, for Jax, the runes that I use dodge yellows, straight attack damage reds, flat magic resistance blues, and then I use 2 dodge quints and 1 magic resist quint. So when the game starts, I have really, really, really high dodge and magic resist. So when I get into lane, I'm pretty strong. This poor Aurelia has just got no clue. It just really kind of goes to show you, when you're playing heroes like this and auto attack champions, don't be scared and don't back off. Just keep going balls out and just keep going for the kill, because if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. So there's no point. You may as well try and take somebody with you as the assassin on the team. Take a look at the CS here. I got 77 and Aurelia's got 57. So I got 20 above her. Doing pretty well as far as the CS goes. And I'm 2 kills above her because I've killed her twice. And I'll put the patch notes again in this video. Only reason why is just because tonight when I release this, LOL won't be up and everybody's going to want to know about the patch notes. So if you guys didn't watch my last video, that's fine. I'll put the link in my comment, and then you'll see all the buffs and nerfs. Big lookout for Pantheon. His ultimate got buffed really hard. The cast time on it was reduced to 1.5 seconds, so it pretty much makes it impossible to get out of the range of it. And on top of that, his spear can crit now. A bunch of really other cool things. They say that he can jungle now, which would be really cool. He'd kind of be like a Nocturne, because Nocturne's got the ultimate where he can just fly around the map. And now that Pantheon is actually viable in the jungle, maybe you'll be seeing a lot more of him and really annoying ganks. So if you're going to be wondering what the flavor of the week or the flavor of the month is, it's definitely going to be Pantheon. It could be Nasus as well too, because they buffed his Wither, so it works with tenacity and all that bullshit. But they also made it so that Nasus can jungle as well too. So they buffed his stats as well, just to make it a little bit easier for him. Decided to come around this chick, and she finally learned when to stun me, so didn't get a kill all that time. Just so you guys do know, this would be my first attempt at trying to put 2 videos together, so this one will end pretty quickly here, so stay around for it's not going to be part 2, they're both going to be part of the same movie, but when this one ends, we'll just pick up somewhere in the next Jax game, just so anybody that wants to play Jax can kind of get a rough idea of how to play it. And I only chose this game just because it was so short, and I wanted to get another one in there. I had a couple more, one that was a surrender straight at 20 minutes, where I think this one might have been a surrender at like 30 minutes. So I got a lot of requests to do this Jax video, and I really wanted to do a laning phase version, so I decided I was just going to throw 2 games together, and at least that way people could see the way I play Jax anyways. And there's really not much to it, you know. You get the dodge boots, you get the Hextech Gunblade with this guy, and then you just, when you land on someone, you have your Hextech bound to 1, you just land on people and they die instantly, so there's really not much to it. Again, anybody who hasn't been to the ROG CLG summer raffle thing, go check that out. I'll post that in the comments and description as well too. Get really ballsy here, but this is right around the end of the game, so I will be right back probably with part 2, but it's gonna be the same part, just starting right now. Alright, here we go. Part number 2-ish. This is just the second game I have of Jax. This game I will be playing middle just because we had some inner dialogue going on here with the Gragas, and he was just being a fruitcake. We won't talk about that too much, but what we'll talk about is how to lane against an Annie versus the normal guy that you would lane against top. Because you know, when you go top, you're gonna lane against like an Aurelia or a Singed or a Yorick or something like that. But when you go against the middle, you always know that it's going to be an AP hero, usually. Sometimes you'll see it driving in the middle, but that's, you know, beside the point. Skill order, pretty much go the same thing. I make him go back first, so I get as much experience as I can, let the creep get to the tower, and then I go back and I buy. I sit around for a second, and then I end up buying my dodge boots. Whether or not that's good for this game, probably not. I wouldn't recommend buying the dodge boots really fast, especially when you're going against an AP hero. But, you know, whatever, it is what it is. That's what I decided to do this game. That's just something that you can do. Pretty much, if you've never played Jax before and you want to know how the fuck he does so much damage to you when he jumps on your face, pretty simple. All he does is he presses W and then he Qs on you. He lands on you, he smushes on your shit, and then you get hurt real bad. Runes will be the same for this game, but I just really wanted to show the difference between leveling during the top and leveling in the middle, and just kind of the little differences, and if you ever decide to, or if you ever put in the position where you have to play in middle, you can know that you won't get worked by an AP hero, just because they're just as scared of you as you are of them, so I wouldn't spend too much time worrying about it and just play your hero, you know? The biggest thing I think for this game is just like confidence, and I don't mean like arrogance confidence, you know, like everybody that you see that you run into. This broad tries to kill me with her ultimate, but she can't do it because I'm Jaximus. Just pimp like that. This game is a little bit longer, so I'll cut this one off around the end of the actual laning phase aspect here. She's not around, so I'll speed this up a little bit. Thanks for all the likes and subscribes and everybody. Please remember to do that again if you can. It really does help out, and I really appreciate it. I mean, you guys just blow my mind every time, every video I make, with all the nice things you say and all the good feedback. And I get a lot of my good ideas from some of you guys as well too. You know, some of the things that you guys want to see, the shit you want to see less of. I do take that into consideration, and I try to make these as good as possible just for you guys. So keep up the comments, please. This is how I know what to do and what to not do. She just keeps wasting her ult on me, but you know, whatever. I don't really give a shit about that. If she's gonna waste it on me and not kill me, I'll do that all day. Let's see. There was something else. For builds, it's really only the one build that's really viable right now. Before, I remember all the time it was only Ginsu's Rage Blade. I think I could have stayed around and fought that guy for maybe another half second and got another big chunk off of him, but with his cry and his tantrum, he was just gonna shit on me, so I just decided to go back. And then him staying was a real bad idea. Wasn't it a moo-moo? You'll see me die really a couple of stupid times this game, but that, you know, that's just the way the game works. You know, you think your teammates are gonna come and then they don't, and then you think a bunch of other things, and they don't happen. That's just the way the game works, though. You know, I don't really care how you go for the Hextech Gunblade. I've seen a lot of people go like 4 Dorian's blades before they even touch any items for the Hextech. So sometimes it's real personal preference. Sometimes I'll go for the like the mass Dorian blade route, or sometimes like this game I'll go straight for the pickaxe right away. And when you get the pickaxe, you just do that much more damage. So I should have just known that she was coming, but whatever. I ended up picking up the assist for it anyways. And then I say a bunch of really mean words about bottom. No big deal. That never happened. Then everybody leaves middle, so I decided I'm just gonna crush on this shit. And that should be where I would end the laning phase, but I do come back to the middle a lot, and I do a bunch of other things as well too, like gank and help, go around, clear the jungle out of things that I know won't be missed, or that'll help me the most. This game, I already mentioned, is probably about 50 minutes long, so when I get to around a certain point here, we're just going to stop it when it gets too late into the late game. But what I really want from everybody this time is just to, you know, let me know if you guys prefer this version of the laning phase over episode 1. I really like that jump there, it's so good. If you guys like it this way, I'll continue making, you know, a couple different, I'll do 2 or 3 games every time. And I think that actually might make for like better gameplay or better quality for you guys as well too. Because I was looking at the last one and I kind of did agree with some of the comments that I was getting where it wasn't really showing anything to do with the laning phase. So the other one was a full game, and this one will just be something real fast. Nope, no dice, so we all run away, I guess. Oh! I tried to flash for that kill, didn't work.